Yeah, so we live in a time of fierce conversations. It's a great book, if anybody's read it as well, where you have to have some difficult conversations, and that's happening a lot. We've also seen predominantly in the industry of advising and brokering, it's traditionally an old male, pale and stale, right, environment. And we see a lot of changes there. We've seen a lot of forced retirements from this because it's a lot of work. And that's ultimately what you hire an advisor to do, right? To advise accordingly and watch your flank, protect your six, if you will. So I would encourage anybody to ask that question specifically. Are there any new laws or recent laws that I need to be aware of? What are my responsibilities between now and the end of the year? What have we not done that we need to do?
And where are my compensation disclosures?
Yeah.
If it's your broker, like they should be affirmatively doing this and giving it to you. If you don't have it yet, it's already close to the end of the year. And so you should be like, you know, where are my 408B2 disclosures? I need to have those for my file.
Yeah.
That should be happening now.
As far as healthcare literacy, there was a survey done, I think it was by CMS a few years back, where they seek to understand the general public's understanding of basic health insurance terminology as well as basic terminology used at a PCP, primary care physician visit. And like we're at a solid 14% in this country of people that can actually understand. Like think about it when a member gets an EOB or you get an EOB, explanation of benefits. Like, what does it mean, right? How am I supposed to navigate this? So I would say the rise of member champions, of employer champions, advocates, you're going to see a lot more of that and see some value come out of that, especially. Does that help with your question?
And one of the things that we're trying to do and that we work on together is like, how can we simplify some of this? Because it is ridiculously over. You know, I can stare at an SPD, a summary plan description, for like an hour and have no idea what I'm reading. And I do this for my job. I'm a lawyer. I work on them. And I still don't understand half of what's in them because they're so ridiculous. And when you really like drill down, you're like, okay, well, there is actually, I don't want this in my contract. This is a bad provision. So one of the things we're working on doing is like, oh, in an ideal world, what would this look like? And you know, Einstein had this quote that if something is too complicated to explain, it's because you don't understand it well enough. And that is definitely true how I felt for years trying to explain anything in this system, and it's intentional. It's a feature, not a bug. You're not supposed to understand the documents. So one of the things that's going to help with the increased transparency is increase like readability of the things you're signing and understanding what it means, because right now, you know, like I said earlier, a simple sentence that we'll keep the rebates as reasonable compensation, boom, if you don't follow up on that, you just already breached your fiduciary obligations, because how do you know it's reasonable? You don't even know how much those rebates are worth. And shockingly and unfortunately, they're worth millions of dollars. Like this is going to be a huge area of holy shit once they come out. And right now, they're not out. And so we're in the period of fiercely guarding the secrets that will come out from these. But the more we can simplify the documents that all of us sign and use, and even us, you know, then as the employer, you turn around and give the employees like a little handy-dandy 110-page explainer of their health benefits, and it's really not a helpful document. So the more we can all do to streamline all of these documents, take out all of the built-in sort of legalese to confuse everyone, and that is there to block you from getting information, then that is also part of transparency, is understanding what you're signing, you know, and so that's working on that too.
It's clear as mud, clear as mud. But there's hope. There's hope.